Hi guys, Jay Knowlton here once again, and I'm gonna continue a series that oh, there's a guest here. Just hello. What are you doing there? That's Peter. So I'm going to continue a series that I started a couple of months ago, but last month I didn't make just because I stopped making YouTube videos for a while. And that is kind of updating about my income each month as somebody working freelance in Japan. And I know it's gonna sound like kind of like irrelevant to a lot of people nowadays because the permanent residency requirements are getting more difficult. However, it might still be interesting for people who want to come to Japan, who are maybe looking into getting into freelancing in Japan, and just seeing that it's not necessarily all doom and gloom when it comes to doing things on your own in Japan or earning money in Japan in general. So, in the month of July, I had four streams of income. And I'm going to start with just saying that my goal when I went freelance back in middle of April, beginning of May, was that I wanted to make minimum 450,000 yen a month. Now, in my previous job, with working extra hours, I was making about 500,000 yen a month, but that was managing a whole school. Plus, I was doing Italki and translation stuff on the side. So, my school job plus bonuses, plus my Italki and my translation, I was basically making spread out about 850 to 900,000 a month. But obviously, it's not just about the money now because I have to try and be healthy. I have to try and lose all this weight. My daughter's in the second grade of elementary school and she's getting bigger quick. And I want to spend more time with these silly dogs over here who have now both gone to sleep. So cutting it down to about half was fine because it's not just about the time. It's about what I'm enjoying with life. It's given me the time to kind of enjoy what I did make a little bit more. And my wife works full time and she's on more than the Japanese average income as well. So it's not like we will be struggling. However, so four streams of income going lowest to biggest. And some of them I've mentioned previously, like I have a contract with an AI company to do just kind of simple, training tasks for the AI. And I haven't really done that for a few months because compared to other work that I do, the pay by hour is not great. I mean, it's more than like what I would make working at like an English teaching company in Japan, but I'm replacing that time. So that's not here this time. My lowest income stream is just a private lesson that I do. And that's in a neighborhood, a lady in the neighborhood. Basically, I give her 3 1-hour conversation lessons a month, and it pays 10,000 yen a month. Now, 3,333 yen per lesson is not great for a 1 hour stint, but she's a really nice person. We talk about many things. I sometimes take my daughter and she gives cooking lessons to my daughter while we're doing the lesson. So it's not just about the money, it's like the connection because she also introduced me to her son who pays about 20,000 yen for my lessons each month on Italki. So it works out to be like beneficial in many different ways. And it's just nice to have a friend. The second stream of income is from school. Now, I started a school network, which is called Grow Global English with Jake, back in June. But to be honest, I haven't really advertised it publicly yet. I've only shared it with people that I know. And I do have 6 paying members. Some of them paid for year memberships up front, so I'm very grateful for that. But I'm hoping in September, not in August, that I advertise it more on social media and start doing more videos about it because I think it could do well. So my income from school was only about 15,000 yen. So not great, but I also didn't have to do anything for it either. Like I already made more than what I paid for how can I say, the membership to make the school. So now it's just making money for me not really doing anything. So that's something I hope to grow in September. My third stream of income was me assisting a very big international school in Tokyo with some HR tasks because they needed a bit of help. So they reached out to me. And basically, I just did a few hours. It wasn't even a full day's worth of work. They paid me, well, after withholding tax, I got maybe 23,000 yen. So obviously they had, with paying freelancers and stuff, there's withholding tax. So I got 23,000 yen from that. So those three smaller streams of income, I've already made 48,000 yen. And those don't even constitute 2 full days of work. So it's kind of working out very nicely for my income this month or last month. And my biggest form of income was, of course, working on Italki. And it was my biggest month ever. I made 560,000 yen teaching on Italki. That's mainly due to the fact that I did open a few more hours during the daytime. Just because I realized I was just sitting around doing nothing a lot of the time. So I did manage to get like maybe 2 or 3 more lessons a week. And I also raised my prices a little bit as well. And now iTalking is interesting because I get paid in dollars, which obviously then converts to yen. And for my case, the enyasu, the weak yen, benefits me greatly because the worse the yen gets, the more money I get when I get paid from italki. So had this been 6 years ago when we were still a little bit over, just around 100 yen per dollar, it would have only been like what, maybe 370,000 yen, which is still not bad. It's still more than working in a lot of companies, but the weak yen also helped me push that way up. So it sounds weird to wish like, oh god, I would love the day when it gets to 200 yen to the dollar, but of course it's not as simple as that. Now, all of those streams together, it was that 48,000 that I mentioned at the beginning, plus now this 560,000, which means my income for July was about 608,000 yen. So 33% more than the 450,000 yen minimum that I had set. So of course, I'm very, very happy. And it also means that basically, as a family, it's like very, very close to 1 million yen of income per month, especially after, when you think about deductions. Now, as a freelancer, of course, it's not as simple as me to say, like, I made 608,000 yen. But it's also hard for me to say what my deductions were because I paid for a lot of my services upfront. So, for example, my pension and my residence tax together should come to around 60,000 yen per month. However, I just paid for the whole year straight up. So I prepaid those. So I don't really have to think. My health insurance is 61,000 yen a month, which is mental. So that's more than 10%. Now that will go down in my second year because remember, as I mentioned, I was making around 850 to 900,000 yen per month at my previous job, which means my health insurance payments are much bigger this year. Now, hopefully that does go down. But yeah, so there's a 61,000, and then my mortgage is like 91,000 yen a month, and then things like my daughter's naraigoto, like swimming, dance, piano. That's about 24,000 yen a month. There's a lot of little things that, of course, I have to pay for, and then things like the NISA. If you remember, I mentioned in the permanent residency video that they're looking for you to have a lot of retirement funds to help with the PR application. So if you can open a NISA account and get money in there, that's obviously going to build over 30 years. Right now, for example, I have over 5 million yen in my NISA, and it's all in the American stuff. So if the rate is, if it stays good and it doubles every 8 years, like hopefully it will, by the time I'm 65, that will be 40 to 50 million yen with the assumptions that I don't put anything else in. Of course, I put more than 1.2 million because obviously you can put extra stuff in there as well. So by the time I'm 45, I hopefully will have contributed the whole 18 million limit. And then that's obviously going to grow and grow as well. There are a lot of deductions. We obviously give each other allowances as well. So that's about 80,000 yen a month to go to allowances, food, all that kind of stuff. The money does quickly disappear, but luckily, I wouldn't say we struggle by any means of any strokes of the imagination. I can't remember words, but I'm very happy with what I'm doing. It allows me to do extra things like buy a new car in cash, or go to nice restaurants every weekend. And like my wife and my daughter have gone to like a Conan Nazo kind of puzzle escape room kind of thing, which is quite expensive. But you know what? Sometimes it's just about enjoying yourself. But in August this month, I expect my income to actually be much higher because I have contracts with two companies. So I will actually be going to work semi full time in August. I'll be doing about 14 days for school to help with their summer school program. And my income is looking to be about 200,000 yen for those 14 days. So that's going to be on top of everything else. And then if I decide for some reason to do the AI stuff again, could make about 50 to 60,000 if I wanted to. But yeah, I'm hoping to push around 800 for August. But let's see how it goes. But yeah, if you have any questions, guys, of course, let me go. Let me go. And well, I'm letting you go now. Of course, let me know. Thanks all for watching, guys. I'm so bad at this speaking thing. But thanks all for watching, guys. And I'll see you next time.